Greetings, dear listeners. Hope you're all doing well. In one of the videos we recently uploaded, we were joined by a flock of very noisy geese, as in very noisy geese. Well, today we have for your consideration the following email from a listener, an email that you might describe as being for the birds. For the birds. Alan writes, "Hello, Warren. I hope you remember me, Alan. We went to high school together. I see you on YouTube now, so I assume you're retired, like I am. If you remember back when we were at school together, I was sick a lot. I remember hearing you and your friends talk about partying at the silo. Now, the silo was the remains of an abandoned farm, and it was the numero uno party spot in our town. I remember hearing you and your friends talk about partying at the silo during weekends, but my parents were pretty strict, and my health so fragile, I never joined in the fun. One result of all this was my determination, after leaving school, to lead an active life in order to improve my overall condition. And so I've lived an outdoor life, hiking, camping, and exploring, in spite of my desk job as a provincial civil servant. But I have slowed down, of course, and lately, one of my prime recreations has been bird watching. On this particular rather overcast day, I had gone out to the silo, and yes, it's still there, still slowly crumbling away, to explore the surrounding woods. I'd gone out to the silo to explore the surrounding woods. It's a good spot for bird watching, in spite of its proximity to the Queen Elizabeth Highway, one of the busiest in Canada. The Queen Elizabeth Highway. Lately, lately I had heard reports. I had heard reports that a tufted titmouse, a tufted, excuse me, a tufted titmouse, is that a real thing? Wow, I had heard reports that a tufted titmouse had been observed there, so I decided I would spend an afternoon to see if I could add it to my list of bird sightings. I walked into the field where the silo stands moldering, and as I did, I caught sight of a large bird of prey, possibly a hawk or owl, landing amongst the trees that fringe the crumbling structure. As I went along the rutted trail leading to the old silo, I could hear an eerie moaning sound which I had never heard before and which sent chills down my spine. That doesn't sound good, no pun intended. I thought the noise must be coming from one of the nearby companies, or perhaps from the Queen Elizabeth. The highway runs very close to the trees, you know. The sound seemed to fade as I walked into the woods, and I became aware of another phenomenon. The woods seemed unusually silent. I had come to watch birds, and I couldn't hear any. I couldn't even hear the rumble from the highway, which is constantly in the background when you visit those trees. I had my binoculars with me and began scanning the trees for any sign of life, but nothing. I found this very strange and a little disturbing and a little frightening. I was almost thinking of leaving when among the foliage I suddenly saw a face. A face! Pardon me. A face! Staring back at me. For a moment I wondered if it might be the round face of an owl, possibly the big bird I had seen earlier. But then I realized it was a human face. A human face looking into mine. When I got over my shock, I saw that it was a thin female face with acne, dark greasy hair, and large eyes which gave off a reddish glow. And as I watched in horror, the head rose from among the leaves where it had been hiding and began to fly or float towards me. Fast! Fast! I turned and ran as fast as I could, not watching where I was going, and almost stumbled over a body lying in a clump of tall grass. It was covered by a dirty blanket, but it appeared to be female, possibly nude and headless. Possibly nude and headless. There was just this puckered wound where the head should have been. Somehow I got back to the car, and somehow I got home, where I had to sit for half an hour. I was shaking so badly. So what was it I saw out there? Was it one of those night floaters you talk about on your channel? I had never heard of them when I was younger, but then I missed a lot. So tell me, what did I see? But one thing for sure, I won't be going bird watching at the silo anytime soon. So, dear listeners, did Alan have a night floater encounter? Was he actually staring at the ugly face of a night floater, or the humanoid face of a bird like a barn owl? The night floaters are known for making strange moaning sounds, like the sounds that Alan observed, and they're also known for hiding their bodies prior to detaching their heads. Hiding their bodies before detaching their heads. The heads then flying away in search of fresh victims. So, dear listeners, what do you think? Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And stay safe, stay subscribed, ring the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and feel free to share this video with anyone you please. If this is your first visit to my channel, my name is Warren. I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories featuring such cryptids as the night floaters, werewolves, and the black-eyed children. So I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. I'm now going to ask the lovely and talented camera crew to give us a panorama shot of the pile of bones creek behind me, home of geese and ducks and gulls, and who knows, perhaps even the night floaters. Till midnight, cheers.